What is up, budget billers? My name is Trill and we have some good news to talk about today. That's because some stimulus checks just went out a few days ago, and these payments are for Social Security recipients, and they are in the amount of $1,657. Now, this is a good thing that these larger payments are going out to Social Security recipients this week, but unfortunately, those who were receiving the child tax credit payments last year did not receive one of those this month. Also, guys, inflation continues to rise, but the Treasury Secretary believes that the multiple COVID stimulus packages last year and the year before is actually what saved the economy over the last 2 years, which is another reason as to why we need another stimulus package right now. Now, there are more people struggling today because of the inflation, and they believe that they are spending more money today just to get less than previously. Now, I'm going to be giving you the scoop on that today. But first, if you're interested in any of those particular topics and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now, let's go ahead and jump right back into this video. Okay guys, real quick, I wanted to ask you for your support on my new YouTube channel that will be launching sometime this month, and it's called Budget Bill Finance. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, guys, and I'm going to be talking about on the channel about how to grow your wealth, how to invest in stocks, as well as how to invest in real estate, as well as a few other things, and showing you guys exactly what I'm doing outside of YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. I hope to see you guys there. Now, that link will be down below in the description. Okay guys, yesterday the stock market took another dive for the fourth straight day in a row. Now this comes as everyone has been calling for the stock market to crash in 2022, especially considering that we now have a new President Joe Biden. Now, another late reversal leaves the U.S. stocks with losses a day after NASDAQ enters the correction territory. Now, guys, if you don't know, the stock market is down about 10% so far over the all-time high. Now, could we potentially go even lower? Well, we just don't know yet, but this is a good place because everything right now is on sale about 10%. And that's not the only thing that's down right now as well. Overnight, the crypto market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of the other coins also took a dive as well, going down at least 10 to 20%. So if you guys are wanting to get invested in those as well, this is a great time to actually get started with buying a few of those coins. Now, if you don't already have a stock brokerage account, I would encourage you to go ahead and sign up with a Webull account where you can receive up to 2 free stocks worth $3,000. Now, if you're interested, I will put that link down below in the description, but all you have to do is deposit at least $1 into your account in order to receive those 2 free stocks. Now, I do suggest that you at least deposit like $5 or $20 if you have it, but it is not a requirement, guys. You can literally deposit just $1. So I will encourage all of you to do that as well, because the stock market is down 10% right now, and it could go even lower, which gives you a great opportunity to start investing for the future. In other news, guys, hey, the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, she believes that Biden's COVID-19 relief bill acted like a vaccine for the American economy. And I will go a step further. That is not just with Biden's COVID-19 relief package, but also President or former President Donald Trump's relief package as well, because the pandemic started under Donald Trump's watch and ended over into President Biden's watch. And both of them have put out different stimulus packages. Former President Donald Trump put out 2 stimulus packages, and President Biden already put out 1 stimulus package, which we are hoping that he will have another 4th stimulus package coming out sometime this year. But so far, they are having a little bit of trouble signing any type of legislation in Congress. But the Treasury Secretary said on Wednesday that the coronavirus relief bill that was signed into law back in March acted like a vaccine for the American economy in some ways, pointing to safeguarding the financial system from new variants. Now, in her remarks in Washington, she said that while protection from the relief package dubbed the American Rescue Plan was not complete, it was very strong. And she said in some ways the American Rescue Plan acted like a vaccine for the American American economy, protecting our recovery from the possibility of new variants. Now, she said that the protection wasn't complete, but it was very strong, and it prevented communities from suffering the most severe economic effects of the Omicron and the Delta variant. But Biden signed that $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package into law less than 2 months ago in his presidency, at the time when the coronavirus infections in the U.S. were on the decline following a winter surge. Now, no Republicans in the House or the Senate actually voted for that bill. The Democrats were able to pass it all by themselves. So does that mean that the Republicans don't want any part of this COVID-19 relief package that President Biden signed into law? Well, I wouldn't exactly say that, because even though there were no Republicans that actually signed or voted for that bill, there are plenty of those same Republicans that are actually benefiting from the COVID-19 relief package, which is the American Rescue Plan. So that's just a key pointer that I wanted to point out. But this particular legislation includes funding to bolster vaccine distribution, school reopenings, and enhance unemployment benefits. And it also included capital for $1,400 direct payments to most Americans, and it extended the child tax credit, among other provisions that were included in the bill. So yes, guys, Janet Yellen believes that without that COVID-19 package that was signed by President Biden, the economy could have suffered a dramatic loss during that time last year. But because of the stimulus package, the government was able to supply for at least another year. And here we are in 2022 facing a catastrophic decline in the economy if the government and the Biden administration is unable to pass more stimulus packages for the economy as well as for the American people. But as a result to all of that, guys, hey, Americans are actually complaining right now because of the inflation increase in the country, because they are stating that they are having to spend more to get less. How the pandemic inflation is taking a financial toll on families. And just a few highlights from this particular article, guys. Hey, consumer spending has rose at a booming 12% in the second quarter. Purchases had surged due to stimulus checks, robust jobs and wage growth, and pent-up demand, as well as inflation means that consumers are retreating from spending at department stores, restaurants, and online. So yes, guys, Americans are really struggling right now. There are at least 30 million Americans right now that are struggling because of this inflation, as well as because of COVID pandemic, guys. This thing is affecting everyone, even whether you are rich or wealthy, as well as those individuals are low and moderate income individuals. So it is affecting everyone. But as a result of this inflation, hey, the cost of living adjustment has actually increased the highest amount that it has seen in over the past 40 years. And because of that, Social Security recipients are expected to receive a new stimulus check or a new stimulus payment in the amount of $1,657. And I have some good news, guys, because those COLA checks were actually sent out a couple of days ago. So yes, guys, in this article, it says that a couple of days ago, millions of Americans can expect a Social Security payment worth up to $1,657. And it says right here that this will be the first check with the 5.9% COLA increase in 2022. Now, the increase began at the start of 2022 thanks to the COLA boost that was put into effect for the high rate of inflation in 2021. Now, this raised the average Social Security recipient's payments by around $92 per month. And if your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th of every month, you can expect a payment tomorrow, which was 2 days ago on January the 19th. And then the last payment for anyone with a birthday after the 20th will be Wednesday, January the 26th. Now, the first check that's going out in February will go out on February the 9th. And the average increase for married couples collecting benefits is around $154 per month. And the average jumps from $2,599 in 2021 to $2,753 in 2022. So that is a little bit of an increase, but we all know that it is still not enough money. But hey, anything is good at this particular point, right? But we are hoping that we are going to receive more stimulus relief aid for our Social Security recipients. We all refer back to that initial statement that President Biden said on the campaign trail, as well as once he got into office, that he is planning on trying to revamp the Social Security program, in which he's going to have or try to include an additional $200 stimulus check to be added on for Social Security recipients every single month. But so far, we have received no information from the president on that information regarding that additional $200. But we are still going to keep our fingers crossed on that particular topic, guys. But going back to this particular article in regard to the $1,657 stimulus payment that went out this week, anyone collecting payments from Social Security program should have received a letter from the Social Security Administration office detailing their particular changes. Now, the 5.9% increase is the highest rise in the COLA in almost 40 years. If you recall, guys, back in 2021, the increase was just around 1.3%, and now we're sitting at around 5.9%, which is the closest a COLA increase has come to 2022 was in 2009, when it went up around 5.8%. Now, the inflation issues that we just talked about, guys, is impacting the COLA increase for Social Security recipients. Many recipients fear that the rates of inflation will cause the increase received to make no difference in the financial situation of most individuals. And as you guys know, it is true, guys. Social Security recipients are having to spend more money right now than they have last year. Even though they received the increase of $92 per month, it still feels like they actually are receiving less money today than they were last year because of the inflation increases in pretty much everything. Now, while the COLA increase is 5.9%, the inflation rate from December of 2020 to December of 2021 was 7%. And on top of that, Medicare costs are only continuing to rise. Now, when the rise in costs for Medicare Part B was originally announced, it was claimed that the COLA increase would actually cover it. But as we all know, guys, that is not the case. And as a result of the increase in Medicare Part B and the inflation increase, they are looking at trying to reduce the cost of the Medicare Part B as of now. But we still are waiting on the final decision from Congress as well as lawmakers on whether or not those particular benefits will be reduced once again. And I will keep you guys posted on that information once we find out more. And then last but not least, guys, I mentioned to you that the child tax credit checks that were issued for the entire year of 2021, where some individuals were receiving up to $300 per child every single month. Well, now that we're in 2022 and the Congress and the Senate was unable to pass the Build Back Better agenda, yes, those child tax credits that were due to come out on January the 15th were not sent to Americans. And that is because of, as you guys guessed it, yes, Joe Manchin, right here in this article, he is saying that he reiterates that he won't support the enhanced child tax credit without a work requirement. So yes, on one side, we have the good news that the $1,657 stimulus payments are going out to our Social Security recipients. But on the flip side, those individuals that have children are not going to be receiving that same stimulus check that they received last year. They are not going to be receiving it this year until legislation can be passed within the Biden administration. So again, guys, hey, this is some good news for Social Security recipients. And in reference to other cities and states that have been coming out like every single day, coming out with additional stimulus checks to their residents, we will continue to provide more information on those cities and states, and just in case you live in one of those locations. I hope this information was helpful to you out there today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.